Last week, a group of Groton residents gathered to speak to the Day about their opposition to a proposed development at the Mystic Education Center.
An overly dense population moving into this area would destroy the quiet solitude that we have down on Boulder Court.
To better understand their concerns, as well as the developer's proposal, we took a tour of the vacant buildings with representatives from Respler Homes.
We're at a situation where we have to figure out what we're going to do next, and we're exploring all our options.
And then walked through the neighborhood with opponents of the project.
But it's frightening to think of the scope of the proposal that's being made here being absorbed into this residential community.
The complex of buildings was originally the Mystic Oral School, a school for the deaf that occupied the site until 1980. Representatives from the developer, Respler Homes, who did not agree to appear on camera, walked us through the buildings, which have been vacant since 2011. Amid the graffiti and vandalism, you can still see relics of the old school, like a classroom with a chalkboard still on the wall, and a small theater.
Here's the original theater, which is kind of cute.
The Respler Homes website lists several possible uses for the buildings, including offices, a market, a boutique hotel, and a restaurant.
We've been contemplating using this space along with the kitchen and back for the restaurant that would be here. And then downstairs, it's about half above ground, would be the bar nightclub. Both have access to the outside and nice big space, big kitchen. We've had some significant interest from local restaurateurs to lease the space.
While there's peeling paint and broken glass throughout the building, certain portions that were used more recently are in better shape. The west end of the complex had been used as a daycare center, and then all the way down the hall on the other side, the east end was home to a technology business.
So this is the part of the building that was occupied by Advanced Physical Science Corporation.
That's right.
Down the driveway past the main complex is the Pratt Building, a former recreation center for the town, with basketball courts, a swimming pool, bowling lanes, and a theater.
This is the theater. All the lighting and stage equipment's all still up in the ceilings.
In addition to restoring the existing buildings, the Respler Homes proposal includes more than 900 units of new housing, a mix of apartments, duplexes, and townhouses.
This is not designed to be like the Ledges.
Yeah.
Just to use that as a point of
quiet here.
Yeah, this is luxury, high-end apartments.
It's just horrifying how much it could change everything, how it would change all of the wildlife patterns. And there are a tremendous number of animals that live in this area, and it would destroy their populations.
Neighbors who oppose the project have formed a group called Mystic Oral School Advocates, placing signs throughout their neighborhood.
I feel that if the Respler proposal were to go through, and I hope to God it won't, it would affect the whole of Groton. This mega development would spread. Somebody very nicely compared it to putting an elephant inside of a bottle.
Oral School Road is quite narrow, especially at the bottom of the hill near Scott Westervelt's home.
Traffic is a major concern for us just because of the size of the roads.
To address concerns about traffic, Respler Homes has offered to build a new road through to Cow Hill Road and close off the southern portion of Oral School Road to through traffic.
Well, we would close off this road, actually right there. We'd close it off and make it limited. It would only be accessible for police, fire, and ambulance.
Where we live isn't rural, I can't say that, but it is quiet, and it is a place where families are. And although I realize it would maybe families living up here, 900 units is going to be a couple thousand people. And that's just such a huge addition to the number of people who already, quite honestly, crowd this area. And I just don't see how it's possible that could be done and maintain the environment that we have and the community that we have. And so I would hope that they would find a way to make this area be developed, but in a residential way that's respectful of the community.
This is where the feedback from the town and the Planning and Zoning Commission becomes important to us, because We want to build something that makes sense for the town. You know, we responded to an RFP that was put out by DECD and the town of Groton. That RFP had specific requirements and wanted to accomplish, had specific goals that they wanted to accomplish with the redevelopment of this. And so the project was designed given the parameters of the RFP. It's become apparent that not everybody was aligned with that RFP in the town. And now we need to incorporate that feedback into what we're doing.